Hello everyone and welcome to another War Leader PvP video. Today I'm going to be showing you some smaller group size action. It's about 8 versus approximately 18. And I'm going to be showing this because I got this footage around. There's nothing else that really works with it, but I still think there's some interesting stuff to see in it. And there's also going to be some announcements and stuff that are kind of important, so be sure to watch the entire video so that you get those and understand what's going on and can give me the feedback that I'm going to be looking for. Anyway, let's get started. Alright, as you can see, we've got 8 people here. Now we have reports that there are 18 freeps inside of TA. Those numbers are going to change as things go on, and there's also going to be additional creeps that trickle into the fight and are doing other stuff. NPCs are mostly dead right now, so they're not going to be influencing the fight hugely. Some of them might respawn, but I believe the freeps mostly occupy the eastern platform when there's no NPCs, so it's not going to make as much.
Alright, Arun, he's in the middle of it. Squishy champion.
Alright, now we're unable to pursue those two guys because we need to get up the stairs and into the main body of the freeps.
Alright, up the stairs.
What we've got to do is part of the bait. We need to get stuck in, hold the freeps' attention, keep them in combat, keep one of them down,
Caliborn's
and
right over here somewhere.
Just beat them in a fight of attrition. Almost went down there, but I got the bubble just in time, so that was a great save. And now I'm already back to full. Almost had popped to get a grip, but I got stunned just before it went off, so that was thank you, Zuki, for keeping me from popping that cooldown when it wouldn't have been very helpful.
Bird, go ahead and drop Banner of Terror. I'm going to keep mine in reserve for a little.
Alright, I've got Bloodrust on target. I was looking for a bubble for him, but I don't see him there.
Our kill, Hunter,
now, just like
right in the middle.
On the last time, target priorities are the squishy little hunters, the lore masters, basically the high DPS guys that can actually be killed fairly reasonably and quickly. Take out their DPS, it allows you to actually keep standing, stay in the fight, last a while, and then you can start working on healers and stuff. So there went that one. Once again, I'm getting pretty low on health. I should be hitting grip right there. And now I'm hitting a lag spike. I'm going to be hitting lag spikes throughout this entire thing thanks to my wonderful Cambodian internet connection. And it's just going to keep on happening over and over. Fortunately, none of them are particularly long, but later on I do lose connection entirely. And at that point, Neck Snapper takes over. And Neck Snapper,
right, mini frog.
I call him Neck Snapper even though it says Neck Snappers because that's what his name was before he finally renamed himself. Every time that I lose connection and can't lead anymore, he steps right in and takes over everything, and it was just great to have that because it meant that the entire group just kept on rolling, even if there wasn't me to call out targets and stuff. He was taking over. Alright, now we're jumping on top of the minstrels. And we discovered that there's basically only 2 or 3 dedicated healers, and then you've got various captains that are also pitching in as much as they can. But the captains are running out of power now.
Fable, Hunter
had double Banner of Terror deployed against them, and that's just done a real number on them. Notice I'm also in commander stance now, and if I can have enough healing to stay alive and stuff, but we're still taking a lot of damage, I will gladly run in commander stance, pump off heals whenever I can, particularly that Power of Fear, Quit Whining and Fight. That thing is fantastic. If we can take this captain out, we'll have a big advantage. And there we go, I got another timely bubble right there. But that just gives us a whole lot more power, and see there, I'm going to hit it one more time, there we go. Now, Hobster, we're trying to take him down because the captains, they're
going down
all the extra healing. We've got 2 or 3 dedicated healers that are pumping out a lot, and then you've got these captains that are just filling in as much as they can on the edges. If you can take out those guys, that just gives you a lot more ability to take out everything else. My bubble was just a little bit late there, so
you were getting res.
A little overextended, caught by herself, but did get a res immediately, so she's going to be back up as soon as she's loads in. And now we're jumping on top of healing Arcade. Now we've already driven off one of the dedicated minstrels, but the captains are still pretty low on power, taking a beating, and Matko just doesn't have the support he needs to actually stay alive. So we are putting down their healers, even though they are going to be getting reses from all the captains. But we're making kills, and we're just slowly chipping away at these guys. So if we keep this up, we're going to be pretty well off. And we've only had 1 casualty from us so far, so we're doing quite well. Had a bit of a lag spike there, not too terrible. I can still see things moving. And I'm still getting a little bit of kitching, but is not too bad for the moment. Alright, Caliborn goes down, so that's one more hunter that bites the dust.
Run on Wolfbright and kill him.
Alright, now the next snapper wants to kill Wolfbright.
I'd say go for Gene. That's actually, I'll interrupt Gene. Keep on Wolf.
If he wants to go for Wolfbright,
I'll tell you if we need to
Wolfbright's the
switch.
leader. That can often be very effective if you can take out the leader. But the truth is that leaders typically run in the damage stance and work as target assistants, and they also are the guys that get the most heals thrown at them because they're usually well known in the Atmores. Plus, they're on the target assist window, so when their health bar goes down, everyone sees it. So I typically don't like to focus on the leaders unless I know I can kill them. Otherwise, I much prefer to get on the squishy DPS that gets ignored, get on the squishier healers, get on the healers that are actually doing the dedicated healing. Right now, it's Jean is the one minstrel is doing the dedicated healing. Sinisa is another one. I believe she's in the background somewhere. And then we've got a lot of hunters that are pretty squishy. The one I've got on target, very squishy. And as soon as I stop lagging, I'll be able to get her on target and get her put down.
I have a squishy hunter on target. Take it out.
Getting a small bubble there. I believe that was from our Fates Entwined from Runekeeper, so it wasn't too bad, too much of anything. Now we're jumping on top of her, and she's going to go down very, very short of here. She's slowly in trouble again. I'm going to try to get the bubble off. Last time I messed it up. I'm still waiting for that bubble to actually fire off, hoping it gets off in time. Come on, lag. Don't foil me. And the bubble goes off. Very happy about that. And now we're going to just, because I'm still lagging, I'm going to see if I can get any heals inducted off, because I don't appear to have anyone directly on top of me. I can't really tell through the lag, but this is actually a pretty good opportunity to just stand here, queue up as many heals as I can, and see how many of them actually go off. So notice that Jean is back up, and she's out of combat right now, or possibly.
I have Jean Minstrel on target.
Now, if
we
Jean
need
is
to
out
take
of
Jean
combat,
out. She is doing the majority of their healing.
Jean has been doing a lot of healing, as I just said there, although I'm not sure that it actually came through the rest of my group. So I want to jump on her in either case, either prevent her from doing these out of combat reses, which bring up multiple freeps at a time, or just kill the healer. And now I finally unlag, and the fight has moved entirely in the time that I was out of it. Still got a lot of people down. Over here we've got Rat Death, myself. I don't see much in the way of other creeps around at this particular point, but that's okay. Rat Death and I are going to finish off Matco, no problem. We'll take this Runekeeper just up with the two of us. Just the two of us. We'll do this. We got it. But basically what's happened is the freeps have scattered. They have been routed, they are trying to retreat, they're running all over the place, and that just given us free reign to mop them up. They don't really stand much of a chance. So Nisa got the slow, I've got Power of Fear. I decided to drop that heal on Rat Death. I like Ratty, I've done a lot of stuff with her through various times in the moors and such, and we've always had a lot of fun together. Get the slow once more, that gives Ratty the chance to catch up, get on top of Sinisa, start putting damage on her.
That was very nicely. They had numbers on us, and we
I meant to say that was very nicely done to my group
and
and some stuff, but yeah, I cut off because apparently I let go of the button a little too soon.
What are you talking about? Get back up.
Of course, we still got guys around here because the entire fight is just scattered everywhere.
Looking for the rest.
I believe that TA itself is clear, but the freeps have pulled back to the bridge, so now we're going to start moving towards the bridge very shortly. Get mobilized on, and let's move.
I'm going to jump to make them break their legs if they're going to keep on me. Now they're off me.
Yeah, I'm coming towards you. I'll get you with bubble.
Alright, trying to get out there in time to keep everyone who's engaged on the bridge alive. Now the problem with the bridge is the freeps get up on top of the bridge and they turn around. And the other thing is that they're much closer to their res circle, so they have more and more reinforcements trickling back into the fight as it goes on because everyone just keeps coming. Alright, pop the bubble on a rank until we keep a rank up. Notice that there are about 10 to 12 freeps on the bridge right now, and we've only got some of us in decent position to actually fight them. So this is not a good opportunity for us. We need to get away from here. Also, burglar target is taking a ton of damage right now. I'll go ahead and switch to commander stance, give him get a grip, but I really need to throw him the bubble, but I already used it up, so that's not gonna work here. He's gonna go down, but my res is up, so I should be able to res him very shortly here. Alright, go ahead, drop down the cliff, avoid breaking my legs, and get the res. And now all these guys down here are attempting to kill me. Alright, try to get him with that. Try to get off quitters, and it just doesn't fire off. The lag stops me there. I should have gone off, but I hit that lag spike and I was dead.
Everyone down here, let's go.
He's gonna res me as soon as he's unstunned right there. Alright, there we go. I get the res. We've got all our healers in position. Our damage is coming back into the fight, and so we're gonna stand a decent chance down here, although it's really not my best place to fight or anything.
Chucking down our tower.
One command post.
Alright, I'm in commander stance. I want to induct as many heals as I can until I actually get people on me doing damage. Alright, burglars are going to run for it. Burglars, you know, they're always getting away from all kinds of stuff. So killing them, not only does it wipe out a lot of damage, but it's also just that much more satisfying because they get away so much. In the meantime, burglar went down, so that's not good.
Negative. Get Gene. Gene is the major healer.
So we've got no more reses to get him back up.
Right over here.
We just lost one of our defilers as well, so we're losing our healers right now. And I believe Sully is starting to get focus fired. I need to start inducting heals for Sully if we're going to have any chance at all. Once again, I'm hitting a major lag spike. Now is the time to start lining up heals. I'm trying to get heals towards Sully now, so I've got her actually picked out. Doing what I can. Alright, next just called out that we're taking shots from the hunters. They just blew through Sully, and you can see the arrows coming in. The hunters are set up on the cliff above us, on the bridge, and they are raining fire on us. So we are in a bad position, and they basically just got us. I go down in the middle of that lag spike, didn't even really have a chance to do anything. And all that's left in the fight now are damage dealers, and so they're not going to last very long. Now there was a quick look at the guys up there. After we all go down, I do pan around and take a quick count. It is 21 freeps in that entire fight when they finally get us down. Alright, well, there's not a whole lot more to say about the composition and the importance of just working well in a small group and how you can fight the larger groups. One thing I do want to point out is how just adding 2 more members, well, actually 3, because the last time it was 5, how much of a force multiplier that was, especially getting actual damage classes like a Black Arrow, a Warg in there. It just made our killing power go up that much more. Even Neck Snapper, I mean, really high ranked Reaver, he packs a punch because he's a high ranked Reaver, properly backed up with support. He doesn't melt like butter under focus fire, and he's able to just get in there and just keep on ripping through stuff. Alright, now on to the announcements, as I mentioned before, and I've got a couple things to talk about here. First and foremost is I want to ask you guys how long you want my videos to be. The main thing about this is just that the videos just keep on getting longer and longer. This is kind of a through the Palantir thing where our podcasts always get longer and longer. By episode 5, we were at a 4-hour podcast, and then we've gotten shorter since then. But I've noticed my videos keep getting longer, and you know I uploaded that 28-minute video just a few weeks ago, and that was really a nightmare to upload. It just took forever. It took a long time to render, and it took even longer to upload. It was so long to upload that it just wasn't even funny. But what I want to know is how long do you actually want the videos to be? This is going to help me with figuring out how much material I need before I actually make a video. And while my videos won't always be within that length segment, because I will still do what I always do, which is try to find some kind of thematic tie between the video clips I have and then piece them all together so that there's something that ties them together in an arc that I can come back to in the end wrap-up section. And so the videos may not necessarily be within that length range, particularly for when they're music and stuff, but I will do my best to keep them towards that range, and it'll just help me to make things of an appropriate length for my audience. So you can see the time categories up there, and just leave a comment telling me what length you prefer to have for the videos. Just on this video, I want the comments left on this particular video so that it's easy to sort through them and categorize all that stuff. The next thing, which also you should include in your comment, is when I start making some videos with my Reaver, because I'm going to be playing him more, actually recording some fights as I get them. Do you want my Reaver to be in a separate playlist to have his own separate videos, or do you not care if he's intermixed with Ugmog stuff, particularly if it's thematic, something like, we're fighting burglars, here's what goes on. Just tell me which one you would prefer. Separate playlists, separate videos still within the Ugmog playlist, or what. And finally, for the length of my music videos, where I've got clips of fighting set to music, usually raid size, is there any preference you guys have for length there? I know I've released an 8-minute long one. I've released like a 2-minute long one. What length do you guys prefer to have for those kinds of things? That was not as important, because for those ones I mostly just work on around the idea of how much stuff I have and what I want to get in there, but it'll help me keep a clearer idea of how long I should aim for. Anyway, that's all for this time. Hope you enjoyed the video here and the fight that went on. Good luck and have fun out there in the Atmores, and Ugmog is out.